This is the video explanation about the posted exercise on TikTok about measures of position, group data. So I have here three problems. So we are asked to find the percentile, the 50th percentile of this group data. So again, we have this interval from 50 to 59 and then 80 to 89, and then the last interval will be 110 to 119. And we also have here different frequencies. We have 10, 15, 20, 25, 18, 10, and 2, amounting everything to 100. We also have here our less than CF, or less than cumulative frequency. So this is just what? We are just accumulating the frequencies of every interval. Say for example, the first interval, the lowest, 50 to 59, that's 10. So we will write 10. And then the next interval is 15. So 10 plus 15 is just 25. Then the rest will follow. So 25 plus 20, that's 45. 45 plus 25, that is 70. 70 plus 18, that's 88. 88 plus 10, that's 98. And 98 plus 2, that is 100. So that is how we identify the less than cumulative frequency. Now, why is this important? This is important because we are going to make use of this CF to find our median or our class interval. So the next slide, it is saying that find the class interval of the 50th percentile. So how do we do that? How do we find the 50th percentile? We are going to make use of this formula. We have Kn divided by 100. K stands for our percentile, and then N is the number of total number of frequencies, and 100 is our constant. Since we are asked to find the 50th percentile, we will write 50 times 100 divided by 100. So this will be cancelled out. We are left with 50th percentile, meaning to say our 50th percentile falls at the 50th position. So how do we identify what is that value that lies at 50th percentile? So what we're going to do is again make use of our formula, this formula. So we have here LB, the lower boundary of the class interval. And then to get the lower boundary, all we have to do is subtract 0.5 from the lower limit. So this is our boundary. This is where the 50th position is included. So again, the lower limit is 80. So 80 minus 0.5, that is 79.5. That's our lower boundary. And again, what's our less than CF? Below our interval, that's 45. So we have this. That is why I have it here. And what is our frequency of the interval? We have 25. We have 25. And again, our I, or our class size, that is just 10. Now, how do we identify the class size? All you have to do is subtract lower limit and then the succeeding lower limit. So we have 60 less 50, that is 10. You can also do 69 less 59, that is also 10. So we have now the different parts of our equation or our formula. So we are left with what? Inputting our values inside the calculator. So we will get lower boundary LB 79.5 plus 50 from this result, minus 45, our less than CF below, and our 25, which is our frequency, times I, which is equal to 10. So if we're going to simplify this, this will just give us this value, meaning to say 50% of the student scored below 81.50, and the remaining 50% scored above 81.5 or 81.50. What about the 40th percentile? So again, the same thing. We are going to find the class interval. So again, to do that, we are going to solve for Kn divided by 10 or 100. So we have here that gives us 40th percentile or 40th position. So where can we find our 40th position? Look at our less than CF. We can find it here. So meaning to say our lower boundary is 69.5. That is lower limit 70 minus 0.05. That gives you again 69.5. Less than CF, below, that's 25. And then our frequency is 20. Our I again is 100. And when we solve this one, this will just give us 77. Meaning to say 40% of the student scored below 77 and 60% scored above 77. What about the last one? We have here the 87th percentile. So again, same thing. We are going to identify our class interval. So we are going to do kn over 100 is equal to 87 times 100 divided by 100. That gives you 87th position. So meaning to say, look at your less than CF. Where can we find that? We can find it here. So our lower boundary now is 89.9. Right, 89.9. Our less than CF below, that's 80. And then our frequency, that is 18. And again, our constant I or 10. So input this one in the calculator, you will get 98.94. Meaning to say, 87% scored below 98.94 and the remaining 13% scored above this particular score, 98.94.